So you hit bottom, and your mom tells you to come to church with her. Why did you go?
Well, that same week, I started feeling like I wanted to get back in my right place with God. And so my mom asked me, and I decided I would go with her. Well, while we were driving there, I said, well, Mom, you're going to the wrong church. That's not the one we used to go to. And she said, there's a different church that I want to take you to. And I remember when we hit the parking lot of this new ministry, immediately you could feel the presence of God. And instantly I started trembling and I started to weep even in the parking lot. And you could hear this sound that now I know is the sound of glory. But I did not know what that was in the beginning. And I remember thinking, what on earth is this sound? As we got closer to the building, the presence of God intensified. It was electric on the inside of there. People were praying in tongues. They were clapping, shouting, crying on the floor. Everything you can imagine was going on in the atmosphere all at one time. But what stood out to me was this sound. And I was being touched, and I started shaking from the inside out. And it was that encounter of being in the midst of a glory movement, a glory atmosphere, where there was a sound of glory, where I was never the same again.
This triggered then the supernatural in your life. Like, for instance, angels speaking in your ear.
Well, after I go to this service, I received a prophecy while I was there. And after I received a prophecy, within that week I was saved. And that atmosphere opened a dimension. And I remember one night I was falling asleep. I was like half asleep, half awake. And I felt a tap on my shoulder, a physical tap on my shoulder. But when I looked, there was no one standing there, Sid. And while no one was standing there, I'm like, well, I'm just going to go back to bed. Maybe I'm just going crazy. But then I feel that tap again. And when I feel the tap again, an angel speaks to me audibly in my physical ears. So not in my spirit, in my physical ears. I could feel the wind of the angel's breath on my ear. And this is what the angel said. I am an angel from the Lord, and I was sent to give you a message. But when the message began to pour out, I no longer heard words. Water went into my ear, but it went into the innermost part of my being. And I was filled. I felt myself increasing in weight as this water was being poured into me. And instantly after that day, the realms of mysteries and secrets were open to me.